Hello friends, welcome back. In this quick demonstration, we are going to discuss two of the indicators to help us establish the confidence level in the pullback. And the first indicator we're talking about is a Daniyals channel, which is shown by these three lines. And at the bottom, we have what we call as a Daniel momentum indicator. This has been placed on the Ranker charts, which are showing us the potential points of pullback and rejection. The laws are pretty straightforward. When you see this momentum red, which means we want to take a short bias. So let's mark these levels. In this zone, I'm only interested in taking the shots, and there are some rules we have to follow. First is that the price has to tip below all the three lines here, which is the Daniyals channel. And once the trend is established, we need to look for what we call as a pullback scenario, which happened here, which also happened here. During this pullback scenario, we have to look vertically down and see if the momentum is in a resting zone, which is the yellow zone right here at the bottom, or is in a pressure downward zone, or is it in a pressure upward zone. Right here, we have a downward momentum already established. Rule 1 has been set up. Rule 2 is pullback is also set up. It is coming close to the line. It's also set up. The last part is to pull the trigger, and we want to make sure before we pull the trigger that our momentum is on the short side. And what we do after that, we don't chase the price. We want it to be rejected first and have a pullback established. So horizontal line is what we draw because we know how these heights are already established. So somewhere here, when it comes back and closes below this line, we just take short. And our stop loss is going to be right there. If our reference point is here, the stop loss is here initially, and we're looking for 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 profit ratio. And then we can also do other logistic operations where we can get out at 10 ticks, and then we have a long-running ATM chaser, the trail chaser, which is again more of a trade management. So this is how exactly the pattern has to be played out every day, every night, and day and night. So take example of the bullish scenario. Now this is where the price reached above all the three lines and it has established a bullish trend at the bottom. Now this trend is on top of the channel, which means the Daniyals channel is already bullish phase. Look at the momentum at the bottom. It is also in bullish phase. We are looking for pullbacks. Now the pullbacks can also be defined what those might be. So if my bar range, which is defining the change of trend, is at say certain price height, we can take 20%, 40%, 50% of that. Or if this pullback is shallow, which is like shown by these shallow wicks, we can also assume that the momentum is very strong, right? So we are going to go long only at these points. And it is also suggested that we take these pullbacks at the early start of the trend, as you can see here and here. With established trend, established momentum, strong pullback, you enter here, and the reference point used right here at this point, if you're trading at this point, your stop loss is just going to be 1 tick below this. So that is how this momentum plays are done aggressively. Thank you so much.